We just celebrated our 25th year of factoring freight bills here at Apex Capital. That's huge for us. A quarter century in the trucking industry, helping thousands of our clients achieve success and grow their fleets. But back in November of 1995, Apex had one employee. That was David Baker, the man who started it all. David sat down to talk about the last 25 years, going all the way back to humble beginnings in a small house off of Cockrell Avenue in Fort Worth, Texas. He talks with Dean Tetrick, our vice chairman and general counsel, and Pete Giuliani, our national sales director, who were with him in the early days at Apex. Also joining them is our new president, Chris Bozick, to talk about the future of Apex.
I suppose for starting Apex, to create a company that was a good place to work, where I could make a decent living. That's all I really wanted to do. If I could just do that, just make a living and have a fun place to work, some place that I look forward to and other people did too. So a friend of mine owned a house that was zoned commercial. It was over by the Pizza Hut on the stilts, unless you're old, over in the TCU area, close to, what was it close to? It was right off of Cockrell Avenue, and that's Berry and University pretty much in that area. And he had a room, and it was, part of that house was like, I think it was 14 by 20 or something like that. And he wasn't using it, so he said I could use it or rent it. What did we pay for rent? I think it was $100 a month.
It wasn't much.
Yeah, a couple $100 a month, something like that. And that I could. So he said I could move in there and start Apex there. So that's where I started it. It was just me, a phone, a fax, and a computer that I bought at an auction, if I recall correctly.
What I remember is 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, David was in that one room. And I'd drop by Sunday after church and bring in Boston Market chicken.
Here's some chicken, man. Keep up the good job. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was fun. Now, as we started to grow, everybody had many hats. So if you did something in credit, you were credit, and then you were collections, and you client retention, you were client sales, you were, everybody pitched in, everybody knew what everybody else was doing. It was a fun place. It was a struggle. At the same time, we knew we were building something. I know at the end of the month, that was always challenging because we're all on the floor with the month-end reports, putting stickies on them and trying to figure out what went where, and then we'd put them in envelopes, we'd send them out. And there was always somebody that was a little upset at the end of the day. It was just a trying time. As we moved forward and we started to grow and we start to add other people, it was fun and challenging as well. Now your roles are changing, and the folks that you're with, they're taking on new roles and new opportunities. Apex, through the years, the culture's been so important.
We survived 9/11. We survived the financial, whatever it was in 08 or 09, whenever that stuff all hit the fan. But, and we're surviving this COVID stuff too. And when you look at it, there's only one constant in this. I mean, this organization, this group of people have always been very nimble, and that speaks a lot. So for the character, I think.
It's the people, as David was saying. Each and every day, our Apexers come into work to improve the lives of our clients. And they're focusing, how can I help them reduce costs? How can I help them extend their cash flow to be more competitive in a really tough marketplace for them? So you can have the best technology, you can have the lowest cost of capital. All this stuff is important, But I think, the biggest sustaining advantage we have are the Apexers who come to work every day and make it happen.
And great people find and attract more great people.
Exactly.
So it just continues to grow.
Yep. And those great people also, by providing that great service to the clients, a lot of our business and growth comes from those experiences and the referrals of those clients who've experienced what they deliver. So it's a virtuous cycle.
I think in the long run, maybe I think I would want it to be known for the service that we provide, the value that we create, the execution that we deliver, and all of that is done by us, people that work here at Apex. So maybe I could summarize it in building something that's special, a good or great place to work.
And it does go back, David, to the vision and values you guys put together. So we care about our clients, we care about our business partners, we care about each other. And by delivering that legendary client service, we're able to improve the lives of our clients, with each and every interaction. And it's not just words on paper, it's in the DNA of our people and in the DNA of this place, which makes it special.
Dave talked about the internet. That was the late 90s. In the last 10 years, mobile phones, use of smartphones, and we changed with that. We were the first of our competition to come out with a mobile app to enable our clients to factor from their phones. And now we're on the forefront of how clients are funded with Blink, real-time payments.
Yeah, building on, Dean, what you're saying, there's two kinds of innovation. There's innovation just for the sake of innovation, and then there's practical innovation, which solves a real life problem or an opportunity for our clients. And I think one of the differences that we've always had a good discipline on is we talk to our clients. What do you need? And we engage them throughout that product development life cycle, which allows us to make sure that what we're delivering and we're investing in is actually delivering value for our clients. The future is very bright. It's very bright for Apex, and equally important our Apex team, because clients are, it's a tough competitive marketplace out there. They're looking for help in being able to, how can I run my business more efficiently? How can I optimize my cash flow? And that's exactly what we do. That's in our wheelhouse. And our Apex team does that exceedingly well. And if you start with that foundation, it's all, onward and upward.
When I look at the future, we'll be in trucking and transportation and all the stuff that we're in now, and probably more. So I think our future is quite bright.
Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you'll get notified when we post our next video. We'll see you on the next one.